What's going on, y'all? Hope everyone's having a great week. Today's video, I wanted to discuss overcoming your shortcomings as a DJ. And this, I think, was just kind of running through my head because lately, well, some backstory. I got into DJing because of hip hop, R&B. That's my first love music wise, and it's a big part of my DJing. But of course, playing open format rooms, especially here in Vegas, I had to expand my musical palette as far as incorporating it into my DJ sets. Um, you know, I come from the era of like DJ AM, like a lot of the early open format, post mashup era DJs and DJing style. Um, I kind of modeled my sound after that, but a little different, of course, put my own spin on it. But as of late, um, I've been trying to incorporate more, dance music into my sets. And I keep running back this quote in my mind regarding DJ A-Track. It was, I don't remember what interview, but he was talking about when he started playing, you know, like Bloghouse, Electro, that stuff from that era. And someone told him, or I can't remember exactly, or he said that he plays dance music like it's hip hop. And back then, I really didn't have a really firm grasp of what that meant. But as I've matured as a DJ, listening to more DJs in the dance world, I get that understanding now. And when I play dance music, I find myself a lot of the times playing dance music like I would play hip hop or like open format. And I think that I need to do a better job of respecting the genre and playing it a little bit more in the vein of how it's played when it's in a dance music context. If you've, sat back and listened to some sets from like a festival set from any of the big name dance music guys from any genre really, if you listen to enough sets, you realize that they play music in a specific way. Um, and I would say it's most easily heard like when transitioning in and out of songs, where they transition, how they transition, do they loop, the effects that they use, filters, the way they EQ, etc. And I think from just my muscle memory of playing open format, a lot of the times it feels a little awkward, I guess is the word for me, as far as like what I want it to sound like, as far as like making it sound more like in that genre. And I have to work on that as a DJ. I think it's very important, as you grow and evolve and gain experience, that you keep tacking on these little, you know, extra skills as a DJ. I know there's plenty of DJs that like laser focus on a one genre and are killers at that. But for, I would say, the majority of DJs that want to be working DJs out there that want to do this for a living, you got to be like a Swiss Army knife. You have to be flexible. And while this is with no ego whatsoever, I can play like I can incorporate dance music, different genres of dance music into my sets, and it sounds fine. But it's not at the level where I want it to be, and I'm taking a little bit more time now to practice that and improve that. And I think back to when I was really just not necessarily just starting, but building my skills up just in like the open format world, and blending genres and stuff like that. And the time I would spend practicing and trying to get the sound right. Now I feel like I'm doing that again, just in a different context, and it makes me happy. It makes me glad that I don't know everything. It makes me glad that, you know, I can still see parts of my game that I need to improve on. And more than anything, it motivates me to want to get better and polish that side of my, DJ repertoire. Of course, before getting that, polishing that part off, like there's a lot of research involved as far as, big songs, learning all the genres and how to go from one to another and just in the dance world, right? And I'm enjoying that part of it too. You know, looking for new music, especially right now where like the hip hop side of music is kind of slow, meaning like there's not as many releases that are, club favorites right now. It's given me something to, dig for and given me something to spend my time learning. And once, you have a batch of songs you want to try and play out, it's how do I make it work in the context that I have in my mind. And I think just there's so many things at different levels of your DJ journey, right? Where you can't have a huge ego. You can't think that you can play every event. And this is coming from someone that, thought that they could really early on and was humbled very fast, right? There's a reason why people go to certain DJs for a certain sound because they know how to play it. But there's also those DJs out there that can play a wide gamut of different kinds of music. And it's not just that. It's like if you want to get better at scratching or you think you want to add it to your arsenal of DJ tricks, like, put the time in. It's removing your ego from your DJing side of your brain and thinking about, okay, what can I improve on? What's missing? What can make me better? It's way more than just learning how to blend records perfectly and how to beat match. It's once you get that level, it's then, okay, how's my phrasing? Can I get in and out of songs at the right times? Do I know how to do that? Do I know how to set things up so, it's going to hit right on time phrase wise? And after that, can I connect songs in a certain way to like make it tell a story, like wordplay or tone play or, different things like that where it's just layers on layers. And I'm not saying that every DJ needs to have all of these things, but it's more of, as a DJ, when you're defining yourself and defining your sound as a DJ, figuring out what you want to add and then taking the time of learning how to do it, which can make you feel like a total beginner again. But to me, like, I welcome that challenge. I welcome that feeling of like, man, I got to learn this, and this, and how to get from here to here and figuring out your own way to do it. It's so important. It's, I think, what kind of separates DJs and separates how they play, right? It's not necessarily the combination of, not necessarily like a playlist of songs, but how you go from one song to another and how your brain puts that together and make it into your own set. Especially in like club world where we're all playing a lot of the same records, right? It's how do you do that creatively to make it different than if they went to the next club down the street or something like that, right? What's going to make people coming back to see you? And just figuring out how you can keep adding on little things to your game, I think, is so important. And the only way to do that is to really take a step back and think of all the shortcomings you have in your DJ game when you think of the guys that are, better than you, and try to add little things on one by one. Because you can't add them all at the same time. It's a lot better to focus on one thing at a time, get that right, then add the next thing. But it all starts with figuring out, okay, this is where I'm coming up short and this is where I can improve on. But I want to know, What are you guys thinking? What are you guys thinking of improving in your DJ game? Where do you think you have shortcomings as a DJ? And what's your plan to fix it or attack it? Go ahead and leave that down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. I'll be sure to read each and every comment and respond to as many as I can. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're looking for more DJ related content, go ahead and click on one of the videos right here. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.